two-question trivia. A couple of our kids have come up with some trivia for you guys about snowboarding, and we'll start with Alex.
Okay, so my question is, what was the name of the first company to come out with the first snowboard?
Sims.
No, it's actually Water Stick.
Winter stick.
Winter Stick. Water, winter, they're both. They both have to do with water. Winter, water. So, Sarah?
Name 2 of the best snowboarders.
Terry Hagginson.
Kelsey Borland.
You and me. Us. That was kind of a trick one. Up to you. But anyways, we are snow gangsters, and we had an awesome group this year. We kind of had some falling out with some students, and then we didn't have an instructor that stuck with us all the time, but everybody came up, and we were so cohesive throughout it all, and I just want to thank all of you guys for showing up and continuing to be here fully, physically, emotionally, and for each other. So we're going to kind of do the same thing and do a shout out, and we'll start over that side with Cole.
My shout out for Kaylee. I saw great persistence and discipline. She went from being scared to make some turns to looking awesome on the snow. She's probably one of our most fluid riders in our group. Shout out from Arlena, first year SOS. Couldn't ask for a better Sherpa. We had a great time. Always on the same page. It went really well. I was really happy. Shout out for Alex. She actually fell and broke her wrist the first week. Came the second week and rode, didn't fall on it again.
Kept coming back.
Now she was making toe side turns. So proud of her toe side turns, and it looked great. Shout out for Caleb, and you're gonna be great on a snowboard. Really just stick it out. I'm really proud of you, keeping up with me, coming down Demon, doing a great job. Shout out for Duncan. This is my second year with Duncan. It's really good to see you outside of wearing that balaclava. 65 degrees, wearing a balaclava without fail. But Duncan was always throwing snowballs and really coming out of his shell and interacting with the group and having a great time. I'm really proud of you. And for Sarah, Sarah is probably one of the kindest people I know. She's really quiet, but always has good things to say, and hell of a snowboarder. So shout out for you.
Yeah.
My shout out is for the whole group for using courage today, actually going down the steep way instead of going the easy way.
Nice.
We went down Paradise.
Woo!
My shout out, I have 2. One is for the members of our group that could not be here today for various reasons. My second shout out is to Caleb for waiting at every hill, just to make sure everyone caught up, and when someone fell uphill, he would take off his snowboard and start hiking up to them, make sure they're okay.
You're awesome, Caleb.
Shout out for Alex for breaking her arm and just continuing to come up and try even harder to get those turns down. By the end of today, she had her turns down pretty well. But
Okay, so I want to give a shout out to Kaylee for using discipline the whole time. And I know today when we went down Paradise, we came over a hill and I saw how steep it was and I screamed. She looked up and she fell, but I mean every time she fell, she used her discipline to get up and with her turn, she was just really good. And my second shout out is for Caleb and Duncan because I fell pretty hard last week and I actually bruised my ribs and I had a really stiff neck. They took off their snowboard and hiked back up to make sure I was okay, so thank you guys.
Valiant.
Oh, okay. So I actually want to appreciate Teal, who is not here because she's taking what's this?
ACTs.
If you want one, to say the other one.
That's why we're stealing another hat.
Yeah, so. So she was definitely pushing herself, but she was wise enough not to go too far and make sure that she kept on pace with everyone else. She wanted to make sure everything was fine, and so she definitely used wisdom while doing that.
Nice. And I'm going to kind of create a new core value and say that this is the most patient group of kids I've ever met in my life. We had some hurdles to jump through, there's our range of ability to start was a lot different from one end to the other, and every single one of them was right there with everybody else, no matter what, waiting in different places and always on the same level. And I think it really brought some of our, learning riders up to a better potential, and it just really has shown how great and how much you guys have grown, and I appreciate all of you, so thank you.
Hey, Snow Gangsters!